Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of FPV Video of the Month. It is the May edition of FPV Video of the Month, and I am joined as always by Phluxy FPV. Phluxy, what's up?
Howdy.
And Juan Carpio of Drone Racing Parts El Cuy. What up?
Hello everybody.
So, I started out every month, another month of great all-around videos. I think this one we sort of dove into a different style. It wasn't just the usual like the Mall of America flights or the flights like the Russia one that won last year, but I still think we're seeing creativity, but maybe to a different level this month. So, or a different style, different level, Well, so I don't just keep rambling, how about we just get right into it?
Let's do it. You ramble very well though. It's okay.
Well, thank you.
I don't mind.
Yes. All right. First one. Xizmo Media, Good Morning America, Oscars after party shoot, FPV Style. This one has been getting some pub, not only because it's on Good Morning America, but because here at AirVuz, we've been promoting the crap out of it. Juan, I know it's somebody you've met in your past. Fluxy, we've been talking about it a lot. FPV drones on live news broadcasts. We're seeing it, you guys. Like, the game is changing here, and we're seeing it right before our eyes.
It's that they're making them smaller and smaller, more stable. You're able to carry a better camera. So things like this are just going to become a normal thing, and we're going to be getting tighter and even closer than what we are now.
Yeah, Flux, some of those shots are, you saw me and you've seen me in the past get nervous about shots you're doing just flying over a bay. This guy's flying like around celebrities, around talent, around glasses stacked up. It shows a little.
Yeah, the skill is definitely there, and then the creativity too. I think in this video is like one of hands down the coolest FPV transitions I think I've ever seen. That when he's in the elevator and he slams him up and he goes through the floor and then comes up to the next level. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that
was so well thought out and then well executed in the editing. Like, it was. I want to see more stuff like that all the time.
Yep. And Juan, that player or that guy that Fluxy's talking about is Michael Strahan from the New York Giants. Are you a Giants or a Jets fan, first off?
How dare you, sir? I'm insulted. I'm a Giants fan.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. I thought maybe losing seasons over and over.
There's not many Jets fans. That's why.
Yeah.
No. Listen, for me, this one hits so many different ways because, A, this is my news that I watch every single morning when I wake up. So seeing this in a situation where I'm like, wow, that's, we do this, it was really cool. And of course, Michael Strahan, Giants, legend. It was just like a triple combo for me. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Fluxy, last thoughts on this one?
Like I said before, well executed, the editing, everyone, you're starting to see, because everyone's getting Cinewhoops, right? We're seeing a lot of Cinewhoops. We're going to see a lot of Cinewhoops today. And, now you're starting to see the line being drawn where the more creative people are coming out here and there, right? And this was very well thought out and executed as far from beginning to end, telling the story, going through everything, the way that it was cut, it was flawless.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Yeah, great work by Xizmo Media. All right, next up we have Let Me Take You to the Tatra Mountains by Mroowa. I hope I'm saying that right. That's Mroowa, Mroowa. I'm going with that. Just a smooth cinematic mountain surfing flight, but he's orbiting a gondola. Is that what you call that?
That is a gondola.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Like you said, I want to know, this is one of those mind-boggling cases where I'm just trying to figure out where this dude's flying from.
Yeah.
Right? Because he is especially following a gondola, he's way up there.
Do you think he's in the gondola?
He might be in the gondola.
That would be insane if he was in the gondola. I highly doubt he's in the gondola.
Just because
these things stretch for miles though. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, how are you gonna take off and land though? Especially in the cold. Especially in the cold. Yeah, that's a long ride. I don't think that a battery would be able to do that, and I don't think those doors are really opening while they're mid-ride. So
you might be able to land it on the roof, maybe.
Possibly.
You know?
That's real sketchy.
That's super sketch. Super sketch. Just imagine like it slides off.
Yeah.
That's it, you know, like there's no more.
A big gust of wind, especially
That's
on the
it.
top of a mountain, that happens. That's real windy on some of these mountains. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's all over the place in the mountains.
It's definitely
But it's beautiful though. It's really nice. It's a crisp image. The blues really pop. So it's a really, really pretty video to watch, you know? It's a very, I like the sharpness of it. When I see sharpness, it just feels like a very good quality video.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the music is like perfectly in line with the footage, right? A lot of times you'll see like footage that doesn't really match with the music and it kind of like just gives a weird vibe. This has like the right soundtrack for what you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that in itself goes a long way for me, I think.
For sure.
No, for sure. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, definitely gets your mind thinking about how it's all going on. But like needless to say, it was an awesome video. Great work by Mroowa. Next up, LiftedMedia with their video FPV for marketing projects. BetoFPV was the star of this one. LiftedMedia is pretty cool. I love their philosophy of how he uses his media company. He brings in some of the best FPV pilots to do some of his projects. He's brought in Nurk before. He's brought in Jet before. And I think he is such a good VFX dude and such a good marketing dude. He understands what makes really business roll, and it is bringing in some of these better FPV pilots. This one in particular, they were flying through like, I think it was a Mario Andretti, like indoor amusement park. The sound effects were awesome. Phluxy, we talk about it all the time, how important sound design is. You are gonna get sick of me saying it by the end of like probably tomorrow. But yeah, sound design on par, on cue, on whatever in this one.
100%. I mean, they really knew what they were doing with that, and the pilot knew what they were doing too, because there was some really good gaps that they were hitting, chasing the go-karts around, you know, and that's the kind of stuff that I really like to see in Cinewoop flights. Not just the easy follow. I want to see you hit that gap. I want to see you take that risk, right? And even if it is a Cinewoop at the end of the day, but you could still have fun with it. And I could tell that they were having fun with their flight, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For me, this was a pleasant surprise because I know BetoFPV from Freestyle World. Sure. So it was really nice to see somebody from the freestyle world coming up with a production like this. And like Phluxy said, those gaps are not easy to hit, you know, and you're messing up. You're getting hit by a go-kart. So it's a lot of pressure on you. So it was actually really nice to see one of the guys from my world competing, you know?
Yeah, no, it's so cool. And the thing with Greg and LiftedMedia is he always wants to give the right dude the shout out. He wants it known that, wow, this was for his company. This was Beto. However, I apologize if I'm butchering that name too. And he wants to know, like, we did a video for AirVuz once and promoted it, but he's like, dude, this was Nurk's flight. Can you please give him some credit too? And stuff like that. And it's sort of this world we live in where the credit where credit is due. And I'm totally behind all of that. I love what he's doing. Each week mostly each week they're putting out a video, and I'm shocked each time they do. It's super cool.
No, it was a great video. I really, really enjoyed it. You know, I like being entertained. That's really why I watch these videos. I want to be entertained. I want to watch. I know we live in a world where watching 3-4 minute FPV videos it's a lot, you know. Some people no, it's true, because if you think about it, we started with Facebook. That was whatever, you know, you could do whatever kind of videos. We went to Instagram, 60 seconds. We're now at TikTok that are 30 seconds. The next one is 15. And then we're just basically going to giving each other thumbs up. So it was nice that it's, you know, a minute 30. He really captured everything up and down, in and out. It was a really nice video to watch. Should I answer this? No, of course. Hey, we're filming something right now. Okay, he wants 2 seconds, you guys. We're literally filming an It's never 2 seconds. It's never 2 seconds. So what happens now? Do we like cut and pause, copy and paste? Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. All right. I'll call you back in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. All right. Bye. Nurk loves everybody. Okay. I don't think we cut that part out. It's Nurk. I don't think so. No, that's actually good. Just a little dead space in the middle that I'm asking what we do. So anyway, though,
It's great. I love it. Business philosophy, everything about it, Lifted Media. And it's funny that, like, that's sort of weird. We were just talking about how he had hired Nurk before, and Nurk just called. Yeah, that's
right.
A little spooky. So maybe we don't cut any of that out, and Nurk just knew we were talking about him.
For sure. Thank God we didn't say anything bad.
All right, guys. Next up, we have Rome Mausoleum. I am so impressed I can say that word, by Sky Surfers. Juan, why don't you dive into this one first?
You know, I really liked it, man. He was in and out of the mausoleum. I'll be honest, though. The DJI in the beginning, the DJI shot from above, I was like, what's that doing there? You know, we're FPVing. But then he does a nice job of touring around the mausoleum. He got inside. The colors weren't as vibrant as I like to see, but that's just me. It's a personal choice. But I think it's very, ballsy of this pilot, because he's inside this place, can cause damage to something that is extremely old. So I mean, good on him for this. It has a little bit of speed, so he has control of the quad. I think it's a really good flight. I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah. Well,
I personally
like Gladiator days or something.
Yeah. It's sick. So some of it is like when he goes inside and he's flying around inside, it's so like crispy clear that it almost looks like a render. It looks fake. You know?
Yeah.
And I love that. I personally like the addition of the DJI shot up above.
Okay.
As something that, like, it shows the area that you're in, right? It's like, this is where I'm about to be, and then you blow people's mind. Because to us, it's not a big deal. But someone else that sees this might be like, oh, look at that. And then, whoa, they're inside there?
Yeah.
You know what? What's happening here? We're brainwashing Phluxy. We've done too many videos with him where he's a part of the video where it's just a little bit of FPV and a little bit of Inspire and a little bit of ground.
I mean, they all work together.
Yeah.
No, you're one of us, dude. Come on.
Oh, man, I love it. No, great all-around Sky Surfers. I think this is their first time in the FPV video of the month, top 5. So congrats to them. Great work. Keep up the great work. And, yeah, on to the next one. We have Angelo Ray. He has been a part of FPV Pilots to Watch Top 5 before. With his latest video, This Is How We Roll, bringing back a bowling video. But you know what? I hate to say it, and I hate to say this to my buddy Jay, I'm leaning toward this one. I really like the choreography of this. But also, Jay's brought like that heartfelt, it was during COVID time, all of that stuff. This is definitely bringing back the super fun, like bunch of people back, all that stuff. Plus, there's laser tag in this one.
I liked it. It was also, again, with the vibrant colors, I'm one of those guys that sees the saturated blues and reds, and I'm like, oh, yes. And also, just the crispness of the video is fantastic. I love it. I love it a lot. I like the speed ramps he does around. He's nice and low to the ground over the alley. So it's from a pilot standpoint, it was a job well done. Very, very nice.
Yep.
This one is way better. I think it has a lot to do with the location too, and not so much like he never lingers in an area.
Yep.
Because and like I said, that it has a lot to do with the location. They've got escape rooms, they've got laser tag. This place is dope, right?
Yeah, I want to go there.
I kind of want to go and play there.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's somewhere down there. So yeah, that's where he's from. So I'm assuming it's Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Phluxy, we were just in Pittsburgh.
Should have went.
You know who else is in Pittsburgh? Jarvis.
No way. Yeah, we gotta have a little trip out there, I think. So I will critique one thing, and you guys never hear me really critique things.
We're
getting spicy.
And it's almost, I love this dude. I've loved everything he's done, but it's almost like a question to you guys, because I'm sort of at this part where I don't know how to edit stuff like this as well. When he speed ramps at parts, you see like the legs of the people go like this, super, super fast. How do you guys feel about that? Would you rather see more of an optical flow, or would you rather just have it be that regular speed ramp where you don't really notice little things like that, where the little kid is running a million miles an hour?
I want to see.
Personally, I think if it's done correctly, it's okay. You know, if you're, for me, it's very important to hit things on beat. So like if it's hitting on beat and it's continuing the flow of the video, I think it's okay, you know, because it's obvious you're speed ramping it, you know, like that's what you're doing. Nobody walks that fast, you know. So like as long as it's done correctly, hey man, a couple of Red Bulls and you'll walk real quick.
Yeah. All right, Flux, what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, yeah, I liked it. I just saw the part where the little kid was running at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I don't think it really takes anything away from it for me. You know, because you got to. I mean, your eye is going to know that it's a speed ramp, anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and no, I think it was more of a discussion point than a critique. I just was curious to see how other. You know,
I mean, what would you do there?
I don't know. I you know what? Maybe he tried to blend it too, and it just looked like not very good. You know, I would probably just do whatever looks the best. Yeah, obviously that would be even a longer flight, and you know I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to keep everyone's attention span for sure, because some of those parts are more of the slower parts. So I think he did the right thing. I just was curious, and maybe there just isn't a way without using like VFX or anything like that.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. No, it's going to be difficult to do that. It's not something that can be easily done.
Yep.
You know, and not just that, during the speed ramp, you could tell that the quad is following a straight line. Sometimes people like, you know, they're up and down, and you could really tell in the speed ramp, this was very clear that the guy was actually following a straight, solid line.
Yeah, he's locked in.
Yeah.
Overall, like, once again, another great 5 videos. Like, we're not expecting anything less. You know, there's a lot of FPV videos uploaded to AirVuz each month, you know, and these ones did, you know, stick out a little bit above. I had like a 6, 7, and 8, you know, on my list that could have easily fluctuated into this one, but these are what we went with. But I think it's time. Who announced it last month? Was it Juan? Okay, Phluxy. You want
my turn?
You want to announce this month, or do you even know who we're going with?
Well, I know who we're going with. I know who I choose.
Okay.
I don't. Xizmo with the Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Hands down, best edit from this week. No question in my mind. That's my winner, and I think we all agree on that.
Yeah. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
And we tried to. I told Juan to be unbiased because it is right there in New York, right down the road.
It's New York.
It's the show he watches every single morning. He said
every morning, bro.
But yeah, it really is. Some of the gaps he hits, and just the fact that they implemented it into a live newscast, I think is going to create so many more opportunities for FPV pilots and creators around the world. This is going to be one of those things where we go back and say, that was the start of live news or FPV and news, FPV and sports, just like we do with Bev Hills and NASCAR, you know, like that was the start in all these places. Cool for Xizmo Media and Eddie and Pablo, right? Is that the other dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. Seem like great dudes. And congrats. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. And of course, the Michael Strahan bit, right?
Of course. Not just that, man. I love the fact that an After Hours episode came out of it also with Maria Stephanopoulos. That was also super dope, you know? So like you said, it's the beginning of drones in live TV. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, just a quick shout out to Maria. It's so cool that she's been so open to drones in media in general. She actually did the first like live drone broadcast for news back in late 2015. It was an Inspire 1. And it's cool seeing her now. You know, she's been pushing for FPV for over a year. And to see it all come to fruition and putting her name behind it, because I know, like she said in the After Hours, like how hard she was working. Super cool. I love it. I love people in the news media that are so behind FPV drones and not scared of them, you know, and it's super cool to see. So congrats to the Xizmo Media dudes. Yeah. Also, on another note, I do want to make an announcement that moving forward, videos like that one and other, like the Mall of America one, like a lot of Remy Morales' stuff we see, very cinematic videos are going to be moving to the regular drone video of the month. Because, it's sort of a big step because we are seeing more and more cinematic videos on the FPV side. And it really, it's hard not to watch them. You know, it's hard, but I think it does take away some of that, you know, us watching the skill of FPV, the talent of FPV. And we're really going to get back to focusing that on the FPV video of the month, which I think I mean, I could be wrong here, but I believe we're switching the name of this even to Pilots to Watch of the Month because it's all about the pilot. It's not just about the FPV video, it's about the pilot. So the weekly Pilots to Watch is then going to go into a month. So if you have been, second guessing uploading to AirVuz because you don't think you can beat the Jay Christensens of the world or the Remys or the Xizmo Medias, upload. It's something that Juan has been preaching in my ear. Phluxy, we've been having these big discussions. We want to see the talent in FPV again, and we're going to try our hardest to focus on that moving forward on this FPV contest.
We got to bring it back. We cannot forget that we started with freestyle and racing. That's where all this is born, you know? So, we cannot forget that. Otherwise, we don't know where we're going. Yeah. So, definitely it's going to be a dope June. I'm looking forward to it.
So, since we're talking about that, do we want to see race footage too?
I think so.
Do we want to see quick boys? Is there a possibility of if it's an immaculate run on the track that it could slip in?
Absolutely. Now let me ask a question. Are we gonna see analog feed or with a GoPro?
No,
probably. It has to be GoPro.
Yeah, I think what we can do. I think there's some opportunities for us down the road, and for Phluxy, and for Nurk, and for people to do certain contests.
Absolutely.
Separately. I think for this though, we do have to still remember AirVuz is a drone video platform.
Yes. Yeah, we want to be HD.
Yeah. Yep. So I would say at least some GoPro or some type of 1080 camera, on the drone.
I love it.
Which what? That sounds interesting. Racing a track with a nice GoPro and reel steadying it. What would that look like?
I don't know.
It must look amazing, man. It must look amazing.
Dude,
man. Just look at the content that comes out of DRL. It looks fantastic, and when you see it in post production, it's insane.
Real Steady's going to be really mad that you just said that because they're going to be like, crap. We gotta upgrade the system again.
I wonder how it would even handle it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should try it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
You were flying. What were you? Actually, you were flying 99 miles an hour this past weekend. Never mind. So, yeah.
Nice. I saw it. I saw the stories. I saw the stories.
I do also. Wait, we totally forgot something. So Xizmo Media won. What do they win? One.
Whoa! No way.
Who?
Yeah.
Xizmo. They have the Xizmo. Excuse me.
Xizmo.
They have their chance at the 5-inch Kiss Apex or the 3-inch Kiss Cinerette. So I already think I know where it's going, but we'll let him choose.
Now, how cool would it be to know you have a build on possibly one of the future FPV fly-throughs of ABC? That's pretty dope.
Listen, the drone that was flown there was actually built by Drone Racing Parts.
Why have we not talked about this before?
No. Listen, I'm not really 100% sure if it was. I think it was because I built him a bunch of drones, but he alternates between the ones he uses. But I'm pretty sure that it was the one that I built him. But regardless, he has the guy, he knows what he's doing. He has a lot of good content. He's a good pilot. On top of that, it's really nice to see him on AirVuz, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I just want to close out once again, all of our talented community. We want to see your FPV videos again. Let's see them. We'll tag you on Instagram. Try to get into the top 5. Try to get into the weekly Pilots to Watch, and make June's monthly contest. As always, Juan from Drone Racing Parts. Thank you so much, my man.
Pleasure, man. Always pleasure being here with you fine gentlemen.
And Funkmaster Flux, what is going on?
Frickin' Flux.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys. Let's see what you got in June. Thank you.